Thank you. Welcome to our council meeting. Oh, boy. Any additions or changes to the agenda, Brad?
Yes, there's just some clarifications that I want to bring to the council's attention. Since the original publication of the agenda on Friday, we have added consent item number 7, which is approve the trade of the 2018 police squad vehicle. There were some computer glitches in that context that have been since cleared up. The first one being that item 4, which had replicated on the agenda the item number 5, but item number 4 is adopt resolution 2025-002 establishing the annual designations. And then also that original publication showed under council comments to still be Jeff Phillips. That's been revised to reflect our newest council member, Mr. Sumter. So.
Okay, thank you. Any additions or changes? You just did that. Any public comments in writing?
We received none. No public comments.
Nothing? Okay. This time we're looking at public comments, and if there's anybody here that would like to address us on a subject that's not on the agenda, we would entertain those comments at this time. Okay, seeing none, we'll move forward then. On the consent agenda, the following items are considered non-controversial by staff and are recommended to be read and passed in one motion. Any council person, staff, citizen, or meeting attendee can request one or more items be pulled from the consent agenda, and the item will be pulled and addressed immediately following the passage of the consent agenda. Otherwise, the following items will be passed in one motion. Number 1, approve the city council minutes from December 17, 2024. Number 2, approve the payment of bills and finance report. Number 3, adopt resolution 2025-001, establishing the 2025 council appointments. Number 4, adopt resolution 2025-002, establishing the 2025 annual designations. Number 5, authorize execution of annual advertising contract with the Brainerd Dispatch. Number 6, accept the water system planning and hydraulic model report. Number 7, approve the trade of the 2018 police squad. And for motion to accept the consent agenda.
Make a motion to accept.
Motion by Ms. Hill.
I'll second.
Second by, what's his name? Patrick. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Other business number 8, resolution 2025-003, Brad.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. At the December 7th council meeting, City Council directed administration to present a resolution that temporarily designates Visit Brainerd as the marketing organization and visitors bureau on behalf of the city through February 2025. The purpose of the temporary resolution is intended to bring the city into compliance with Minnesota Statute 469, as well as the city code, while the city explores a permanent solution regarding the use of lodging tax proceeds. Included in your packet is a resolution that's been drafted by the city attorney that, for council's consideration, should be noted that that does include the expiration date of February 20, 2025 as directed by the city council. Do want to note that we do have a work session scheduled on January 21st. That purpose of that work session, one of the purposes of that work session is for Visit Brainerd to present the city council with its 25 budget as well as its 25 marketing plan, as well as to have discussions with the council regarding expectations moving forward. Mary Devine Johnson, who is the executive director of Visit Brainerd, has supplied the city with the organization's 25 budget marketing plan, as well as a draft agreement. In advance of that that scheduled work session, I've included those documents in the packet, as well as the letters of support that we've received recently, regarding support of Visit Brainerd. What we're looking for council to do is requesting the council to adopt resolution 2025-003 as been has been drafted by the city attorney.
Okay, council, any questions of Brad? For motion of that?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Lissu,
Second.
second by Talbot. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Council comments, Connie?
It's always interesting for me to read when the Bringer Dispatch publishes the 2024 year in review. And it's always exciting too to see how so much of the growth and development is happening in Baxter. I'm proud of that. I think all of us are. The one concern though that I have is I just don't want our area of the state to become what the metro looks like looking out their highways. So it's important to me that we preserve our up north look as much as possible. But I think we should be congratulated for the growth of Baxter and the fact that it's being managed well.
Thank you.
That's all. And welcome, Patrick.
Mr. Talbot?
Welcome, Mr. Sunberg. I guess one of the things I wanted to just toss out there so that the rest of the council knows, just as a voice of one, a person who wants to talk about some of the topics that we've brought up in the past. I was thinking about 2025 and hoping that as we talk about City Hall and the Gateway zoning district, that we can really think about a way to drive a new type of like mixed use walkable area with that new development. I think there's some very good potential for something interesting to happen there if we get creative and consider trying something that's a little bit different from what we can easily stick with the current building. I noticed also as a second theme, the selling of property is seeming to be going pretty well. Cedar Scenic is at least decently sold out. I'd like to continue that with the other properties that we have in 2025, specifically thinking there's that corner lot off 48 and near Rush Lake that would be an interesting development for us to maybe put a little bit of thought into for something productive for that corner. And then finally, I was thinking as well, I know we've all been looking and watching the 371 overpass discussions with MnDOT, but I do think, I heard one comment from one of the engineers from MnDOT about, getting traffic through the city as fast as possible versus the desire to slow things down. And I think we want to make sure that the city, from our perspective, has our voice heard in terms of, I do think slowing down and getting people to come off of the main highway is extremely important for our economy. And it could easily kind of get lost in the shuffle. So just something that I wanted to toss out there. And then finally, I don't know if this is something that's even we would talk about much at the council level, but I was thinking again tying to the 371 project and how traffic's going to end up over on Cypress likely as one of the bypasses when construction's going on. I'd love to see that road made to look more scenic in the future, something like planting trees in that median, something to make it look in 30, 40, 50 years like something that we're proud of rather than a landing strip. So those are just some thoughts that I had for the year that I hope at some point we can get a chance to follow up on.
Great, thank you. Mr. Sunberg?
Well, I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to, I've been definitely following along over the years, different interactions with the city of Baxter, and I'm excited to be on this side of the council table now. And help out where I can, and really, as Connie mentioned, I'm excited by the growth that our community has seen and is going to continue to see, and I'm excited to be part of that.
Great.
So thank you all.
Yeah, no, we're welcome. Nice to have you here. And I know it's kind of belated, but Happy New Year. I think it's the first time we've met, I guess, this year. So Happy New Year to everybody else. And happy to have you joining us. I think it's going to be an exciting year. It's going to be a busy year, but if busy is better than the alternative. So I'm excited about the things that are already on the docket.
Just quickly, Your Honor, laid before you is this year's ballot for Sourcewell Board of Directors election as a Sourcewell member. We are part of Subregion 4 and get to elect who represents us on their Board of Directors. Asking before you leave is to fill out that ballot and give it to me before you leave this evening, as I do have to seal those votes and or mail it back to Sourcewell, all of them together. So if you could just take time here between now and close or after close and fill those ballots out. The only other thing, Your Honor, is we do have a closed session scheduled under Minnesota Statute 13D05 to review counteroffer related to temporary easement for the parcel that is identified in the agenda.
That covers our agenda. For motion then to
Move to close the open session and open the closed session.